her. I had to save her.
Why do you think there's somebody in there hurting her? Like she just said.
I'm sick.
And second of all, Barney, that dog, is a little a-hole. Like, you crying with the door closed in the bathroom and he gonna just stand outside and start barking?
I took a few steps back and then ran towards the door, bashing it with my hip. Suddenly, the door burst open. There was no one in there with my sister. It was just her. She was squatting on the floor, her face bright red, and that's when I saw it. A bump. My sister was pregnant.
Oh. But how did you not know that your sister that you live with is 9 months
pregnant?
That baby can pop out any minute now. Okay, you know what? After I eat sometimes, I literally look 6 months pregnant. Not even kidding.
Cassie, what's going on? She didn't reply. She just looked at me and let out a blood-curdling scream. The baby was clearly on the way. What was I supposed to do? I'd only ever seen this happen in movies.
Same. Like, I mean, you busted down the door. What now? Did her sister know she was pregnant? You know, that's a thing. There's been some people that don't even know that they're pregnant. Like, one day they wake up and they're having the baby and they're like,
What's going on?
Am I pregnant? Help?
like they had no idea until they went to the hospital and a real baby popped right out. Wild.
Let me just add that I didn't even know Cassie had a boyfriend.
Don't need a boyfriend to make a baby. You can use the mailman, the dude that comes to mow your lawn, your Uber driver, your Postmate, any fully functional male.
Cassie was the little baby sister I'd always dreamed about. And because our parents worked so much, we looked out for each other. Our mom and dad were both big shot lawyers who devoted almost all their time to work.
Okay, so mommy and daddy are lawyers. Y'all got money. Also, now the story sounds fake. Not because, oh, I busted the door open and my sister was just like casually having a baby on a Saturday night.
No.
But she was like, she was the little sister I always dreamed of. What? Hey, anybody have a little sibling and be like,
They were the sibling I always dreamed of.
that's the type of thing an only child says because they've never actually had a sibling. I remember when my little sister was born, we were all miserable. We were like, oh, another one? Another child? It was a battle for my mother's love.
When I was about 10 years old, I decided my little sister was annoying. It wasn't cool to be seen with an 8-year-old hanging onto my arm at all times. One day, she tried to get into my room when my best friend was over, and I shouted at her. I told her to leave me alone and find her own friends.
That's sad.
You didn't let me hang out with your friends. I'm gonna go have a baby and make my own friends.
Cassie ran away. We ended up finding her in a field later that evening. She was crying, saying she didn't want to come home unless our mom stopped working so much. I hadn't really thought about it up until then, just how much our parents worked. That was just the breaking point. She'd run away for attention.
No, it's sad, but it's also true. Coming from someone who has run away and has known people that have run away, yes. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. Yeah, attention. I want to come home and I want to be loved. I want things to change. So I'm gonna run away. So you'll care about me more. Okay, but no, this is really sad. And I feel bad for the sister because obviously she's been through a lot.
She pretty much went off the rails after that. She was caught smoking behind the science department at school when she was only 12. And then, when she was 14, she got suspended from school for cheating on an exam.
Wow, if I was a sister, I'd 100% blame myself. I'd be like, dang, if only I was a better sister. If only I spent more time with her, let her hang out with me. No, she's like, my sister went through all this, but you know what? I just accepted that because that's what sisters do. Oh, my sister got suspended. She 12 and lighting one up. That's what kids do. No! I would have been like, what are you doing? I feel like everybody in their life needs somebody to tell them when they're doing something wrong. You make your wrong decisions, you hang out with the wrong people. Everybody will one day grow up and then realize like, oh, heck, my parents were right about a lot of things. Like that's how I was 100%. I used to be the bad kid. I was the rebel. I didn't want to listen to my parents. And as soon as I moved out, and a lot of things happened. And then I'm like, wow, my parents are right. I should have listened to them.
Had I been so caught up in my own world that I failed to notice she was pregnant? Honestly, who can hide a baby bump for 9 months?
Obviously, sisters that don't look at each other for 9 months.
Seeing her here now, squatting on the floor like that,